What's up, everybody? Town business in effect. So we gonna talk about this great weekend of boxing. I also want to talk about Timothy Bradley. Kind of. Well, he retracked basically his statements about that fight in regards to that fight, which he has a right to. He said he didn't watch it a couple of more times, and he made an argument for both fighters winning the fight, and that's all I was saying. And the funny thing is, like I said before, it is so amazing how some of these toothless, toothless white boys, and basically some of these goofball Hispanics and these goofball coons love to try to come on your channel and try to tell you what you saw isn't what you saw, and try to argue with you, try to talk crazy to you. Listen, it's nothing for me to just block you. I've said on several occasions, if you disagree with me, that's fine. But tell me why you thought Lomachenko won that fight. None of this stuff about what fight was you watching, you crazy, and you're a stupid black dude and all that stuff, because y'all know I could go that route. You know I could go that route. I have no problem going that route if you start making racial innuendos and all that kind of stuff and calling me out my name. Everybody knows I can cook, I can roast. So I always have, you know what I'm saying, a fork and a knife, you know what I'm saying, to chop up the meat and all that kind of stuff and put you on the grill. It's nothing for me to do that. And also I want to talk about, once again, circling back to Paulie Malignaggi. At the end of the day, Paulie Malignaggi is just a racist, and people just gonna have to accept that. He a racist, and that's all it come down to. And he the worst kind of racist too. This is the same dude that tell black people and say, hey, black people are obsessed with race, Eastern European fighters or boxing, which they're not. So Paulie is clearly exercising tribalism. Look, if you want Lomachenko to win because he white, that's fine. But all this stuff saying, oh, people are celebrating Lomachenko losing because he white. No, I'm celebrating Lomachenko losing because he lost. And at the end of the day, people don't want to be reminded of what Lomachenko did to Adonis Stevenson, him and Boslick. And nobody wants to talk about that. People want to dismiss what Lomachenko did. Very classless what he did, celebrating somebody being taken out in the stretcher. But then you get these non-blacks and these coons and these white boys that'll try to tell me, a black man, hey, don't make this about race. And I'm gonna say this again, I don't take orders from none of y'all. Straight up. Nobody tells me what to talk about on my channel. You don't like what I have to talk about on my channel? Stay the hell off my channel. Punk. Stay off my channel. It's that damn simple. You will not dictate what I'll talk about on my channel, and I'm not gonna water down my channel like some of these other handkerchief heads sellout coons, because they want people that are not black to come on their channel and big them up for basically belittling black people and black fighters. I told you, I ain't gonna compromise my channel just for views. And I'm not gonna sit up there and always tear down my people because I want people that don't look like me to sit up and big me up and give me props. So if you here for that, you might as well unsubscribe, or you can step. The same mentality that I have towards boxing since I got on here is the same mentality I'm always have. Like I said before, I have no problem if two fighters that are not black fight, picking who I think is gonna win. I don't see color when it comes to race as far as who gonna win a fight based off skill set. As I said before, when it comes to David Benavidez, more than likely I would favor David Benavidez versus any fighter, just because of his fighting style. And I don't care if he fighting a black fighter. I call it how it is. I thought that Anthony Yarde was going to get stopped by Artur Beterbiev. Did you hear me upset because Artur Beterbiev won that fight? No. Because I already knew who was going to win that fight. So you could save it with that stuff. But at the same time, I'm a proud black man. And I'm not going to be made to feel bad about it. But I'll get to Paulie in a minute. I'll get to, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'll get to the Paisan later on. And like I said, Paulie, I could tell he called black people the N-word with the ER, or he called black people moolies. I could tell he used that type of terminology. At the end of the day, like I said, Paulie can sit up and cry in his house and all this stuff. Like I said, he the one that's obsessed with race. And like I said, I already knew that spaghetti eating motherfucker was a racist. Real talk. But let me get to the fight itself. So Tim Bradley and a few other people who have now rewatched that fight are starting to basically reevaluate it. Like I said, the fight wasn't no robbery. It was a very close competitive fight. The only thing that's controversial about it is, yes, the 10th round. Listen, man, without a shadow of a doubt, Lomachenko won the 10th round hands down. Okay, I think I can't remember exactly what rounds I scored for Lomachenko, but like I said, I couldn't find no more than 5 rounds to give Lomachenko. At best, Lomachenko won 5 rounds. At best. Worst case, he might have won 4, and you could have had a swing round or an even round. But at the end of the day, I still had Devin Haney winning that fight. Everybody keep talking about he pushed Devin Haney's head back a couple of times. Well, you know what? Those body shots had Lomachenko resetting. And Lomachenko was getting gassed and later in the fight. Unfortunately, Devin Haney couldn't see that because he was on the opposite end of the corner. So he couldn't see that. Had Devin Haney kept pressing. But then again, when Devin Haney would try to get inside, Lomachenko would press and he would lean on him. So at the end of the day, like I said before, I had Devin Haney winning that fight. And when I get to work, I'm going to tell my supervisor, I'm going to tell my boss, Devin Haney worked. I fear nobody. I fear nobody. That's just real talk. If you guys are upset and big mad that Devin Haney won, that's your problem. But like I said before, it's funny. Like I said, people love to come on black people's channels and tell them, don't make this about race. But yet I haven't seen anybody making videos calling Paulie Malignaggi out saying, hey, Paulie, let's not make this about race. Because you only try that with black people. But you got the wrong dude with me. Don't ever in your damn life tell me what to talk about. Don't make nothing about race. Like I said before, I don't take no orders from no coons, no Hispanics, no whites, no Asians. I don't take orders from none of y'all. I say what I say and I mean it and I stand by it. Like I said before, I'll go in a whole room full of Ukrainians or wherever the hell Lomachenko from and say that Lomachenko lost the fight. And I'll explain how he keep my I say speak values. So that means I know what I'm doing. Now I wanted to get to Devin. Unfortunately, they didn't give me the mic. But I got my question out to Lomachenko, and that's all that mattered. And he responded to me directly and said, that's a good question. Because it was a good question. Had Lomachenko fought aggressively to start the fight off, like how he tried to rally in the last quarter of the round, who knows what would happen? He might have been able to stop Devin Haney and get a stoppage, but at the end of the day, he tried to fight in spurs. He tried to a little with this, a little that. He tried to basically put a little bit of season on rounds. Fight 10 seconds here, maybe 5 seconds here, try to rally towards the end. And even towards the end of the rounds, and when you get hit with a body shot, which Lomachenko was doing throughout the fight, those body shots was doing damage to him. And then to say, you know, Devin K. Punch, well, like I said, Lomachenko's face was marked up. So he took some kind of damage. So obviously Devin Haney got enough power for Lomachenko not to try to slug it out with him, because you seen even when Devin Haney wanted to slug it out, Lomachenko, every time he'd get caught with something flush, he'd back and reset or try to shift. Like I said, I already know the real reason why you mad that Devin Haney won the fight. Because that dude against him, and this is what I say about boxing and how like I said, at the end of the day, it's basically it's tribal. And this is why for the most part, 9 out of 10, I'm always root for the black fighter. And as far as this so-called camaraderie and this black and brown alliance, that's cap. Because as you can see, whenever it's a black dude fighting a non-black, they gonna root for the non-black, and that's the Hispanics. And yes, I'm specifically talking to y'all. Y'all fake. And yeah, I said it. So for the last time, stop with this fake black and brown stuff, because at the end of the day, y'all some of the main people talking against reparations too. And no, it ain't cool for y'all to say the N-word, because y'all not black. Yeah, I said it. It ain't nobody worried about y'all. Anybody that's seen me, know that I'm 5 feet 11, 260 pounds. I work out 2 hours a day, and I'm lightning quick. Now, I'm not inviting nobody to try nothing with me, but if you do, I'll be prepared. I'm ready. So I'm just telling you now, don't sit up here trying to confront me about something that you didn't like I said. Don't come saying, can I talk to you for a second? Because the answer gonna be no. And I'm gonna aggressively tell you no. So don't say, hey, Tim, if you have it a record, can I talk to you about something? You say, I'm telling you in advance, the answer, tell no. 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 And I'm gonna let you know. Because like I said, I'm just tired of this stuff. People just so fake on here. Oh, Devin Haney got schooled. How did he get schooled? Look, Lomachenko landed more punches, so they say. But like I said, CompuBox is subjective. It's very subjective. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this again. Like, I'm real with this. But like I said before, let me get to Paulie Malignaggi. So Paulie Malignaggi, once again, is crying. And he really upset too. Like I said, you could just tell he purposely root fighters who are white. So Malignaggi himself. And for him to try to say, oh, I have black friends. Yeah, they your friends as long as they say something that you agree with or that you're comfortable with talking about. Because if it comes down to race, you'll try to dismiss it. You'll dismiss it if it comes down to basically racism directed towards blacks. You'll say there's no such thing as systematic racism. But yet he's claiming racism towards Lomachenko. My issue that I had with Lomachenko is that he didn't apologize for what he did regarding Adonis Stevenson. I thought that was classless. And then people tried to cover for him. No, like, you know what I'm saying? And what was so sad about it, you had black people sitting up making excuses for him. And like I said, y'all black dudes on here are just destitute, and y'all will do anything for views. And I'm sorry, I never was gonna be like that goofy dude from Florida that lied and said that he's half black, and this dude was the color of Charles Woodson, and lied about that. And, or that other dude that had the last name of a mafia don that's no longer with us. And I told you I wasn't gonna do that for views, and I stand by that. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Don't approach me. talking about, can you speak to me about something I said on one of my videos? Because I'm telling you right now, the answer is going to be hell no. Don't even think about it. Because I don't like people walking up on me anyway. That's just real talk. I'm really cautious about people I don't know walking up on me. Paulie Malignaggi, he's pathetic. Oh, people just want the white guy lose. Well, isn't that the case with the black fighter? Isn't that why y'all was buying Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-views? Because you wanted to see him lose? And you didn't want to see him lose because you didn't like him. You wanted to see him lose because he was black. That's just real talk. So now all of a sudden, this is a problem. Oh, you just happy because the white guy lost. Got nothing to do with him being white. I'm happy that Devin Haney won because I deal with his father. That's why I'm happy Devin won. It had nothing to do with color. But at the same time, I made no coys about the fact that I will support a black fighter. Like I said before, it's funny. Whenever you do interviews, even with the Mexican fighters, you got to respect what I do. Of course, I'm a root for my own people. Nobody says anything about Filipino Asians, Pacific Islanders, because some Filipinos like to be called Pacific Islanders. Nobody says anything when somebody say, hey, he's Asian like me, so I got to go with my Asian brother. Oh, he's Mexican like me, so I got to go with the Mexican. Mario Lopez just said that on several occasions. But then if Paul Pierce say, hey, you know, I'm going for the brother. Hey, man, you can't do that. Says who? Don't you ever in your fucking life tell a black man I can't root for somebody because they straight up, straight like that. Don't ever do that, especially if you ain't black like me. So why can't I root for somebody and support them because they black? Listen, if Paulie, you want to root for the white guys, you go right ahead. Go right ahead. But Paulie's showing pure emotion, and you can tell his feelings is just hurt. And his feelings is hurt from a racial perspective because I know Paulie had penis envy because he stayed getting his ass whooped by. I understand, Paulie, why you don't like black people. Because you stayed getting your ass whooped by and you stayed losing to them. Real talk. So I can understand that. I can understand that. And your hero Sergey Kovalev, he got stopped by Andre Ward. Andre Ward stopped him in the second fight. So like I said before, don't try that stuff with me, man. I'm real with this, man. I'm real with this. I will go in a whole room full of Ukrainians and say that Lomachenko lost that fight. And like I said, I'm still pissed off about them throwing a bottle at Bill Haney. That like really had me heated, man. Or as they say in New York, that really had me tight, son. That really had me tight. I was feeling you really had me feeling tight about that, son. So like I said, I stand by what I say 100%. And once again, man, so I give Tim Bradley credit. He said it's hard for him to judge a fight when calling it at the same time. And that's acceptable. Because I was going to make a video. I'm willing to sit down with anybody. I'll sit down with JT the Brick. I'll sit down with anybody that thought Lomachenko won that fight. And like I said, as far as Little Boosie and Nelly go, like I said, as far as Nelly talked about he done with boxing, like I said, people been done with his music for like over 15 years, maybe even 20. And people been done with him as a person for a while. The only thing you got going for him is Real Husbands of Hollywood. So there you have it. So In closing, just wanted to say, once again, I stand on everything I said. And to Paulie Malignaggi, stop crying, dude. Accept that L. Your white brother, your white Eastern European brother came up short. Came up shorter than a midget on his knees.